Welcome to Module 4 of the LinkedIn DealMaker. Now remember, in the last module, you set up and optimized your LinkedIn profile. You built out your brand promise, you backed up your brand promise as a DealMaker through story branding your LinkedIn summary, and then declaring your results in your LinkedIn experience. So now it's time to initiate your next big deal. So Yatin, in your 20 years as a DealMaker, how did you go about initiating your next big deal?
Well, in my earlier years, most of this was done before LinkedIn was a phenomenon and a useful tool as it is today. So cold calling and meeting clients and developing your own client database was a reality for me in my early days of deal making. Of course, now, and this is where we've collaborated with your expertise on LinkedIn and you being a content millionaire. Putting our two worlds together to create this course is exactly where you're going to benefit. And why is it important to initiate your next big deal? Well, now that you've gone through module 1 to 3, module 4 is actually where you really start to structure your pitch book, your playbook.
Well, remember in module 2, what you really did, you deciphered and identified your ideal client.
Yes.
Now it's time to actually find your ideal client.
Exactly. Why do people struggle so much today with finding their ideal client or initiating their big deal on LinkedIn?
Because there's so much noise. First of all, you're competing against millions of other wannabe deal makers. Secondly, key decision makers are guarded by gatekeepers. They're guarded by systems that filter out spam email, that filter out spam cold calling. So you can't even get close. And even if you get close, how do you get their attention? That was a big struggle for yourself, right? How did you overcome this hurdle?
Yeah, in my 20 years of deal making, we had to cold call. Now with LinkedIn and the Sales Navigator, you don't need to do that. We can leverage LinkedIn to do a lot of the grunge work, to take away a lot of the admin of initiating and prospecting your client. Through its tools to assess your market and potential clients. It's a really powerful tool.
So in this module, in initiating your next big deal, you will learn about the 7 ways to prospect your LinkedIn network, to build your LinkedIn network, and to find your ideal client, the key decision maker on LinkedIn. There are 7 ways, which we're going to unpack. And I believe there's more.
There's more. Once you've initiated your deal, you need a pitch book, or what we like to call your DealMaker playbook. We're going to teach you how to pitch to win and how, using the power of PowerPoint, you can do the ideal presentation in initiating your next big deal.
So let's quickly talk about LinkedIn. How do you actually find the key decision maker, your ideal client? And I mentioned there are 7 ways. This is really the magic number on LinkedIn. First, and you might have done it already, by syncing your email contacts to LinkedIn, which means in one fell swoop you can get all your current and past clients, peers and colleagues onto LinkedIn. So just imagine what could happen when you reconnect with a former client. Now, the second way to prospect on LinkedIn is something you're going to love, and that is to prospect your alumni. If you've been to university or any other higher education, you will be amazed to find that your school has got a school page on LinkedIn that lists all the alumni on LinkedIn.
Of course.
And it gives you access to their alumni, in fact, your co-alumni. You can segment them, you can search them by date, where do they work, what is it they do. And because you are alumni, doesn't mean you have to have belong to the same class, but because you are alumni, they will be more than happy to connect with you and entertain your approach.
Yes.
And then as a little highlight, the third very powerful way to prospect your LinkedIn network is to go onto a company's LinkedIn page, where you will find all employees are listed. And again, you can go into the employee database, let's say of IBM. In that case, the last time I checked, there was 442,000 employees, IBM employees on LinkedIn. You can filter, you can segment, again with the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and you can find exactly the right decision maker, your ideal client, for initiating your next.
Big deal.
That's it.